Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein,
Oof.
and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
Okay.
Let me tell
That's that's a good intro. I like that.
you guys a story.
All right, let's hear it.
About a
Let's
year
hear
and
it.
a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what
See, that's fucking insane. As someone who reacts myself, I'm a professional, so we have standards. My standard, and I feel like it's kind of like this for most people, when a video comes out, there's like a few creators that you can react to it like the second it comes out and then like re-upload your own shit or whatever. There's a couple people like that. But for most people, I try to wait at least 2 days, because then in the algorithm it knows that this isn't the actual thing. This isn't the actual video. This isn't a substitute. This is just someone's react. Now, there are other people during this time, like ReactGate, as you can see, Hassan, XQC was another big one. There was a couple people that were before that, but they're not even here anymore, that as soon as a video came out, they would react to it essentially as it premiered, wouldn't say shit, and then re-upload it, as Ethan is mentioning here. That's fucking insane. But who knows? Who knows where this is? I don't actually know where this is going. I'm not gonna lie to you.
what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos.
See, that's also another thing that I feel like people should do, but also getting in contact with larger creators that make shit like this kind of ridiculous. Chibi reviews, though, I did actually ask him. I asked him on Twitter, can I react to your shit? He was like perfectly okay with it, which I uploaded, I think, like 2-3 weeks ago. About some Texas bill that wants to ban like anime or some shit. That was kind of ridiculous. But also, as I said, I'm not saying that, oh no, you shouldn't at least try or attempt to, but it is kind of difficult for smaller creators. But I still want to do what I can to, not like take everyone's fucking shit, you know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. And also, when I start making my own longer form, better, well-edited content, I don't want that to happen to me either, you know what I mean? I just gotta find fucking time.
But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry because why should these content thieves essentially get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Dang.
Well, if
Hold on. Dark Star, I don't know what board this is. Obviously, Baker, Element Zero, and Enjoy. I had actually, interesting enough, I think I had this exact board, except it was blue and it had the other colors on it. I didn't know I didn't know like skateboarding like that. I noticed that, that could be a birdhouse, but I can't really tell. I highly doubt it is a birdhouse, but these are like old brands. Oof, old brands.
I know it doesn't.
He should also have a girl board. That was the brand, by the way. It was literally, that was a brand. So.
That's fair.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your prime. Then watch your prime content.
Do it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure.
What?
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom or to eat or to talk to his mom or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time and leaves the video playing for his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport and
Yeah, this was a massive thing because there was him and there was like somebody else that did it, I think too, where obviously he's about to show it, but they would leave their shit up and they wouldn't pause it or anything like that. They would just let it keep playing and then they'd come back and then add again next to nothing to the react, which is interesting because like why I don't understand what the point is of that is, because you're literally like the thing that you're saying that you are doing, you are not actually doing. So like I don't know why you would do that, but whatever.
Sana, then this.
Do not this operation will result in killing hostages in captivity. Will result in the death of those
Well, I've been seeing
Okay, as someone who edits videos, getting the compilation for this must have been a fucking nightmare. Having to get all of these clips is, God, good lord, it's fucking awful. Unless someone else did it for him, and whoever did is the goddamn saint. Good for them, because Lord knows I do not have the patience to do stupid shit like this.
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published?
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set.
Hold on. Who the fuck was that? Go back just a hair. Who the fuck is this?
Little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now, the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt.
Narstar Radio, Comrade Casey, no idea who that is. Fergal, know who that is. Sean the Black, fucking loser. Denim's loser. Mike from PA, Cuck, what? Hallucinogender Og? No idea. Casey Tron, remember the name, forgot who that was. Do Not Worry Podcast, never do. Uninformed leftist. Oh yeah, if you don't know what a snark, if you don't know what a snark thing is, it's essentially a subreddit that's dedicated to hating a specific person, and this one is hating H3 because the reasons and things, like the boil it down to bare bones, they don't like him because he's not as radical as they are. Like and by that it's literally they had a difference of opinion, and the opinion was, hey, I feel like, what was it again? I feel like I feel like civilians on either side of the war, whichever war they were talking about, I kind of forgot. I don't really care. But the civilians on either side shouldn't be targeted or killed because that's fucking terrible. And well, they didn't like that. So I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could think you're a good person and talk about killing civilians. But whatever.
from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as markets.
There's another thing that they do. They say critiques. They think they're critiquing him, and it's just lies. It's usually just lies. Look, I'm no H3 enjoyer, but at the same time, people know and can smell bullshit from a mile away. And the thing is, that's all they peddle. All they peddle is bullshit.
Substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So, thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement, but how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denim's the queen of self-owning. You prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress.
Well,
Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically
Well,
I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars.
I was about to say, like, out of everyone that reacted to it, he's only showing a couple. Holy fuck, that's a lot of people. That is like a staggering amount of people.
But the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe.
If you don't know, bit of a personal beef with this person. At first I really didn't care, but then she had a couple of takes where it was the basic gist was that you're not really forming memories before 3, which is odd. It's like you're not going to remember anything. Why you would say that? Because there are a lot of people that just so happen to have been molested that probably aren't going to agree with that at all. And I'm one of them. So you can shut the fuck up.
Throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look, you think I made this?
Krogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom?
As someone who likes guns, what the fuck is going on here? I hope that is empty, and if it's not, I really hope to God the safety's on, because that right there, that's making me sweat. That is making me sweat.
Bathroom, please. I'll leave it playing.
Why? Why would you do that? Why? Why are we playing? Oh, well, it's a song video.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And Denim's the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints. And let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Casey Tron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think?
Yeah,
why are
shouldn't
you
have said
so
that.
comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Casey Tron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Casey Tron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of interesting that you would do this. Also, I didn't think you could do this on stream. When were you able to smoke on stream? Is that not? Do you not get hit for? I was told you got hit for that. Apparently not. But also, when you're on the outside and you get to look in to see what like larger creators are doing with other larger creators, it's kind of funny. But what I want to see, well, no, what I hope happens is they settle or some bullshit outside. You know what I mean? Me? Like I got hit? I ain't get hit doing this shit. But yeah, maybe someone did. Okay, I was about to say, it's like, yeah, I hope it wouldn't be. Oh, that maybe. Because like every once in a while I'll see it, but like I've never seen anyone actually get hit for it. But I have heard that you can get hit for it. So I was like, I don't know if someone was lying to me or not. But yeah, when big creators have this type of time to like throw shit around, it's kind of funny. But to copyright something like this, I feel like if he loses, I feel like it's going to set a negative precedent. If he wins, I feel like it's going to set a negative precedent either way. Because it's like if you have enough money, not only can you do it, I mean, I feel like people are going to start doing it. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't want that to happen because I have shit to do, and I just watch these because they're goofy. Like I personally have no say. I don't care about either party here, but whatever.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Also, again, probably a little bias here. I raw dog life. All right, we don't take illicit substances. Okay, if I'm going to suffer, I want to suffer everything all together.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
They're gonna make the fun of it. Yeah, Yeah, or people. Yeah, well, the same things. I feel like they're gonna milk the fuck out of it, but people are going to continue to react, just like in general, and they're gonna try to find ways to like skirt around it, and it's just gonna suck for the people that do this, like it's like their main thing or whatever. Like again, the only reason I'm doing it is because I need to get to a place where I can start making my own shit, and I don't have to like worry about time, or I don't have to worry about work, or there's a bunch of other shit that I have to do. But I wouldn't, like, whenever you tell people they can't do stuff, they're going to find a way to do it. Like, that's literally how prohibition was a thing. And that's just, like, one example of the many things that if you were told not to do, and people are going to do it anyway. Like,
he's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
I personally think that this was fucking hilarious. Because like, if you don't know, Homeboy's watching terrorist propaganda, legit just terrorist propaganda, and this guy has no idea what he's watching, so he just sits on his stream and is like, "What the fuck is this, dude?" It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like back in the day when you took your friend that knew nothing really about the internet and you showed him like the Pain Olympics or like One Guy, One Jar. He's just sitting there like completely stunned, flabbergasted, like, "What the fuck is going on?" I just found that funny as shit. Why would you do that?
This isn't a music video, Hassan.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that?
Valid.
Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys.
They're not gonna let that joke die, and I find it fucking hilarious.
Guys, Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome. And I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
Don't have anything to say? Because he's just...
Brother, if you're doing something and your fans are like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Probably shouldn't just be doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even with this, I understand that this is not everyone's cup of tea. I was like, me and might as well do it on stream already, just cause. But I get that it's not everyone's cup of tea. At least this topic specifically. I just like to look at stupid shit. And personally, I find it stupid. If you don't find it stupid, I mean, that's fair. But it at least adds something to it. Subtle nuances, why you like it, what they're saying, what do you think about it. That's how you make it transformative. Now, obviously, there could be a case on me that maybe I'm not doing the best that I could to make this entire thing transformative. But also at the same time, I'm not nearly big enough for anyone to care.
Cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes. Like, what commentary do you want me to add by, like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown," and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing." You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and
apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
But you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the bathroom. You just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right? As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people. I came from the HP StarCraft.
I don't know if that's like a point of pride. You know what I mean? If someone's coming to you from Reddit, one of two things. They're either incredibly unhinged and they're doing something to hate you, or they're just as crazy as you are. So, in this case, you know. Because like normally I'd be like, that's cool that someone found you through Reddit, but you wanted to recreate 9/11 with cakes. So I can really only picture the people that are also joining you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't even have said it. Probably wouldn't even have thought it. But yeah, again, you know, you do it.
Reddit, Ethan is so pathetic while his son is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live. Yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denims. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denim said, quote, well, guys.
I was about to say, that's like right on the fucking nose, and you just can't do that. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea. But oh well, not my fucking problem. Why? I don't understand. You couldn't have just like watched it offline and then just had ideas and like talked about it while going through it. That'd have been completely transformative. That'd have been pretty cool too. That'd have been a very interesting video. Like, instead you decided to do it like this. Also, the fact that you're telling people that you're doing this, it's going to get out that you're doing this, and then there are going to be other people that are going to open other monitors and just watch it. So like, it's almost like it didn't matter anyway. People are weird. People are weird.
Guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content. Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
You do look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come.
Another thing that I just never really understood that these people do, they watch his content on stream and they don't like this guy or anything that he believes or stands for, but yet you still watch his content, like, repeatedly. Like, you stay on his day. I don't understand. Like, it'd be one thing if you were both saying, like, egregious stuff that made no sense, that's just, like, factually inaccurate all the time. That would be one thing. But, like, I don't understand what the point of doing this is. Like, wasting your time to do this seems like a fruitless endeavor, which, like, whatever.
Enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here. Because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. Like out what I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people said that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like
as weird as this is, and as bad as that is, especially for your case, I'm assuming they're going to bring this up. The thing that bugs me the most is your unkempt bed. I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm making a video, even right now, you can't see me, and even if I turned on my camera, you literally wouldn't be able to see my bed. But it's done. Like, as soon as I hit go live, as soon as I start making a video, if my bed is not made, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I don't know why.
like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is called theft, and you're a thief. And now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it. 3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously. And that's the part that really got me. I think if
that's also the part that in court, that if the judge sides with him, then since he can prove that it is malicious, that's the part that's probably going to levy them a pretty substantial sentence. Or, well, since it's still a suit, I don't think it'd be. I forgot what it's judgment. I'm assuming. I think it'd be a judgment, something like that. Because it's not like, well, it is crime. Like it's a civil offense. I don't think you're getting jail time for it, but you are getting a fine, like a pretty massive fucking fine. I believe.
A reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine. And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these 3 absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video. And to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
Now, the only thing I'm thinking, right? The only thing that I'm thinking is he explained why he did it, but at the end, he was like, "Well, I want to win the lots." Obviously, that's what you want to do, but I wonder if the judge will think to himself that, well, maybe you're just doing this to do this now, because it seems like you were taking a very lackadaisical attitude towards it. Now, granted, I'm not a judge. I'm probably going to think like that. And I feel like he's going to. I feel like he has even more sufficient evidence to prove his side, to prove his case. So this will be interesting. This will be interesting because I know for a fact. I'm not a soothsayer or anything, but I do want to. Fucking charges. I do want to make a guess, a hypothesis. If Ethan wins his lawsuit, then the people on the opposite side are going to just start throwing lawsuits at people. Maybe not at Ethan. I feel like they'll probably throw one at Ethan, but maybe not necessarily at Ethan. But other people, especially smaller creators and whatnot.